Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What a beautiful morning. And we are in a beautiful venue. Isn't the view amazing? And I'm sure you'd have worked out where we are, hopefully. You can see into Buckingham Palace from here. It's fantastic. Before we actually start, I suppose the first thing to say is that there is going to be a fire alarm test at about 11 o'clock. So don't panic. We don't need to leave the building. We can absolutely stay where we are. It will only be on for a few seconds and then it will go off. So when you hear it at 11 o'clock, please don't leave your seats. If you haven't found the toilets yet, they are out through the back door, turn right and right down the corridor. So you can avail yourself of the facilities. As you saw as you came in, we've got lovely refreshments there that we will continue to have throughout the ceremony. But, welcome and congratulations to our amazing learners, outstanding learners. As I always say, it's such a privilege to actually work with you all in this space because I often hear from our learners that we have inspired them, but actually you inspire us all because adult learning isn't easy. With adult learners, you have a whole range of other things going on in your lives, whether it's childcare or other caring commitments, work, health, a whole range of issues. And you have decided to actually commit to studying. And so that level of commitment that you have shown is what we are celebrating here. Your fantastic achievements through the work that you have done. We here at WAES are enablers, but you are the guys who do the work. Each and every one of you, you have given that 100% commitment and you've done the work here. And that's why you're here. So I'd like to welcome you all as our fantastic, graduates today. But I also like to welcome your friends and families who are here supporting you as well. Because we know that no person is an island. You need your family and your friends supporting you as well. And as I've walked through the room, I've talked to friends, I've talked to daughters, I've talked to sons, I've talked to partners. It's absolutely amazing that they're all here to support you here today. We've also got today, what we're going to be doing today in this ceremony is celebrating our learners from functional skills, community and cultural learning, and ESOL. So normally, for those of you who've been here at WAES, we would be in a great big venue and we would have all our departments here at once. But because we've got limitations on space, we've broken the ceremony down into 3 parts today. So this is our first ceremony. So hopefully I'll still be feeling this excited at the end of the day by the time I get to the third one. So we're going to be awarding all of those learners in those departments, and we will also be handing out a number of highly commended and WAES to Success awards. And these particular awards are given out in recognition of the learners' great contribution to their studies, their progress and their achievement. Before I actually start the award ceremony proper, I'd also like to actually acknowledge our sponsors, and we've got 3 very generous sponsors. So Mindful Education have sponsored us. I think this is the first time they're sponsoring us. And they specialise in creating media-rich professional courses and apprenticeships. And a lot of our learners who study accounting courses, for example, will have used that platform to learn. And we've been working with them really collaboratively, and they've been really supportive as a sponsor. So if you could just actually give them a round of applause, please. I'd also like to mention Learning Curve Group, and they're a national training and educational specialist, and they work with further education providers like ourselves. And the work that they do enables us to actually support, again, learners quite flexibly because of the types of resources that they have. They're a national organisation, and the work that they do is well renowned up and down the country. So thank you again, Learning Curve. And then our final sponsor that I'd like to really acknowledge is WAES, and they deliver bespoke facilities management services. In actual fact, our main centre that some of you study at, Lisson Grove, is actually managed by WAES, and they are, really focused on making sure that they support the needs of the clients that they actually work with. And I've actually got Brian Haley here from WAES, who just wants to say a few words. Brian.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, first and foremost, on behalf of WAES, thanks to WAES and the learners and the staff for inviting us basically to celebrate all the successes today. Personally, I worked with WAES for the last 4 years. I worked with Westminster City Council for about 10 months. And then followed on, obviously, with working with WAEG. So my continuous kind of relationship that I've actually had with WAES has been something of an enjoyable experience. I've always found that the learners and obviously the staff at WAES have always been very, very enthusiastic when it comes to kind of delivering and participating on the courses. WAEG have had the opportunity to support learners and challenge themselves, really, when it comes to entering and returning to the actual labour market. So we actually kind of instigated some employability-based sessions into some of the courses, sort of World at Work, some mock interview sessions, which has kind of helped a lot of the learners along the way. So for us, this just kind of allows us to do a little bit of self-promotion, but also for the business to open its eyes, really, with regarding to engaging with sort of local talent. So what we look forward to do is actually looking forward to just continuing the relationship that we actually have with WAES, and obviously, a best of luck for the futures, and congratulations to all of the learners. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's great when you have an organisation like WAES, which is prepared to actually come in, work with our learners, help them in terms of identifying what their skills are and what the opportunities are that are out there that they might want to avail themselves of. We're going to probably be talking to Brian and his colleagues about doing some mentoring next year, because we think that would definitely be a next step that we can sort of work on. So we're on to the real deal now. To formally open the ceremony, I'm going to call on Carolyn Keane, our Chair of Governors, to actually provide the formal welcome. Carolyn.
Thank you. Thank you, Aranola. I want to say it's great to see you all here. We're tremendously proud of all of you, because without your achievements, WAES wouldn't exist. You have to go forth and tell your friends, employers, the wider community about WAES, what you've done, what you've achieved, what you hope to go on to do, because without that, we wouldn't exist. Some of you may know that 10 days ago, in the middle of the train strikes, we were inspected. That's a normal course of events, but it's a bit harrowing for all the learners and the staff, and the train strike didn't help. They all had to sort of camp down in odd hotel rooms. But we did extremely well. We won't yet have the formal report, but without the work that you do in presenting your enthusiasm for your course, for your fellow learners, for your teachers and their support staff, we wouldn't get the good results with our inspectors, because without you, our teachers wouldn't teach well. So it's a circle of support and achievement. But I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank your family, your friends, and those who support you of all ages. Some of you've got your children here, but I know how difficult it can be to study and support a family or do a job, and we don't always recognise the fact that it's part of a wider group that enables you to become, an award winner here today. So thank you all very much for coming, and let's get on with the ceremony. Thank you, Aranola.
So our first group of winners, I'm going to invite Jaspal, our Head of Maths, English and Diversity and Inclusion, and we're going to be talking about our winners from the Functional Skills Department. Jasper.
Thank you very much, Aranola, and good morning, everyone. Great. So the Functional Skills Department, what we do is we create and support and sustain a culture of access and equity. We're very responsive to our learners, so we acknowledge their differences in terms of experiences, their social background, traditions and knowledge. And using all of that information, we carve out a curriculum that is responsive to their needs. As a department, our ethos as a team of English and Maths teachers is to ensure that we've got high quality teaching, learning and assessment. We provide an engaging, interactive and learning environment to really engage learners and to present Maths and English in a way which they historically may have not had an experience of. We most certainly make meaningful links with our curriculum to everyday life example, whether it's employment or how you use Maths and English in your everyday encounter. As a department, we design our curriculum in response to the community. And for our learners, progress can mean a number of things. It could be progression between the levels, it could be progression into further education and higher education, and often it can be progression into employment. So taking that all on board, we've got at the centre of our department progression, and that's something we do at WAES within all our curriculum, and that's something which everyone who presents their curriculum here today, you will hear that constant theme of progression, because it's about changing those experiences and providing opportunities and life experiences for all of our learners. I think what's really important is learners are at the heart of everything we do, and one example of that is when we invest in our learners. For example, how do we deliver our curriculum? We use the state-of-the-art technology. We've purchased Sentry Tech that allows us to monitor and assess our learners throughout the learning journey to ensure that if there's any attainment gaps, that they are filled in a timely manner to ensure learners improve their outcomes. So that's just one example of what we do as an organisation in terms of our investment and our commitment to learners by providing them excellent teaching, learning and assessment, but also in line with the digital strand, state-of-the-art technology. And I can see people nodding because I know that that's a big part of your engagement within the delivery. We have about 200 learners enrolled onto functional skills, and they're doing qualifications from entry level up to level 1, and now next year will be level 2. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand over to the next stage of the event, which is going to be looking at the Learner Awards. Edelweiss.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is invite Councillor Angela Piddock, who is here with us, to come and present the awards. Angela is a new Westminster councillor, but I've known her for a very long time because she was a wonderful head teacher here in Westminster. So she knows the history of WAES, and she will probably know some of you or your families. Angela, great to have you.
Yes, if I can just ask you to stand here, so we can make sure we capture the moment, and then I will hand out
Marshall Thomas.
Oh yes, I did forget to say that. Make sure you stop for your photo.
Sarah Blackman. Hai-Ting Liu.
You've got to come back.
Oh, have I got my back? Oh, I thought we did. I saw it. I wanted to show the stuff I went here.
No, we are.
Thank you.
There you go. Turn it round.
Francesca Smith.
Okay, do you like to sit? Okay, so next I'd like to invite Jassy Palmer and Harriet, who are leading the community and cultural learning team today. You're going to absolutely do Sabira proud, I'm sure you will. Sabira Ali, our head of culture and community learning, has a coaching exam today, so she can't actually be here. So her wonderful coordinators are stepping in. So they're going to actually give us an introduction to the community cultural learning department. Harriet and Jessie.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
So yes, Jessie and I are from the Community and Cultural Learning Department, the Community Department of WAES, and
We have the best job.
we do, don't we? We
Yes.
really have the best job. Why do you like it so much?
Well, no 2 days are ever the same. We have about 15 tutors that we work directly with, and we also work with 15 partners across Westminster who deliver for us. And we also teach across 9 learning areas.
Yeah, now you're challenging me. I think we've got
What are
ESOL and digital and employability, and we teach volunteering and
Family learning,
We've got well-being,
life skills.
life skills, creative, the creative arts, and sustainability.
Did we mention ESOL?
And we mentioned ESOL.
Yes.
and languages.
Okay. So we work all across Westminster, don't we?
Yep, we're in the north and the south. We work in all 3 sites.
But also, Harriet, I think learners can reach us across 25 different venues. At least libraries, children's centres, community centres. Hospitals, supported housing. I mean, we kind of are everywhere, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
So what's the best thing, tell me, Harriet, about CCL?
The best thing is the learners, absolutely. We have such diverse range of learners, always interesting, always wonderful to meet. We have a learner who's 99 years old. She is in the community choir course, and this class is just a really supportive group. They help each other. They helped each other through lockdown, through phone calls, because they were unable to sing. It's really challenging to sing online, so they mostly work through phone calls. But now they're back together again, and they're having such a good time. And then, so I've got someone that's nearly 100, and then the other side I've got a learner who's under a year old. Her mother comes to the children's centre, where we're teaching her ESOL, and also how she can better support her family in schools and as they grow up and develop. So we're all over.
Yes, and I mean, we have learners doing so many different things. For example, some of my learners, there are ESOL learners. When they arrive, often in the country, they can't speak a word of English. Many of them can't read or write even in their own language. So we're actually helping them to do things like speak to the doctor, speak to the school, and some of them, you know, they get the confidence that they can actually go shopping on their own without people supporting them. And then, of course, we do get learners who can now apply for jobs. So, for example, I had a learner last year, couldn't read or write at all in his own language or in English, and is now a plumber's apprentice and being paid for that. So, I mean, some really good success stories.
We have in family learning, we have an older learner who was not able to go online, and she couldn't read or write, but she wanted to learn how to teach her granddaughter, and also she wanted to be able to read to her granddaughter picture books. So she, through our online phonics class, the tutor took her through the process of accessing learning online, and now she's learning to read through phonics, and she's able to read picture books to her grandchild.
And Harriet, let's not all forget all the additional work we've done with all the Ukrainian refugees coming in, and quite a lot of Afghan refugees coming in this year. So actually, yeah, we do a lot, strengthening families.
And the main thing really is community, isn't
Yes.
it? It all comes down to strengthening communities and forming communities within their courses and workshops.
And building connections and ultimately helping each other thrive. So that's what we do.
So shall we find out about who's won some awards today?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So we have got a couple of awards for this area. So could I invite
Councillor Fari,
Okay.
studying community ESOL.
I stand in the right place.
Yes, yes, you are. There you go.
It's such a privilege.
Turn it around. Yeah. There you go. Take a step forward, please. There you go. You're on the lion. On the lion. Thank you.
Lucy Roberts, who studied the Trampolines Minding My Business Startup Support Program.
And I'm going to put you on the spot, Lucy. I hope you don't mind. Because this is the first time that we've actually done this in the community. How was it, this programme that you
Oh, it was brilliant. I was so pleased to be able to take part. And it was about starting up my own business, which I wanted to do, and I'm doing it.
Next, we've got Sarah, who studied the IGLS Money Management Workshop.
So, this is the biggest department. Our next group of winners are from our English for Speakers of Other Languages, ESOL department. And to introduce the department, I'm going to invite Shane Costello, the head of ESOL. Shane.
Thank you, Arno. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's fantastic to see so many of you here today. This is not the first Learner Awards at which I've had to speak about ESOL, but anyone who's heard me speak before will often have heard me lamenting the fact that ESOL is often underappreciated for what it does. Well, I'm very proud to say today you will certainly not be hearing that message. It won't stop me from describing all the work that we do, but to see so many learners having been awarded for a nomination today, and also in our recent Ofsted inspection, the acknowledgement that ESOL is a very large provision, and thus we were very much in the spotlight. But at the same time, I realise there are some of you here today, perhaps, who would like to hear more about what we do, and if you'll forgive me, I would like to speak, not too long, but I would like to describe what we do. And to put it all in context, if we look at Westminster as a borough as a whole, about 40% of its residents as a whole do not speak English as a first language. In Church Street Ward, where our Listen Grove Centre is based, 60% of the residents do not speak English as a first language. That is not to say that everybody is at pre-entry level, but clearly it is an important factor and accounts for why we have so many learners. This year so far, we've had over 1,300 learners in our ESOL provision. And this is across all three sites, Listen Grove, Pimlico and Amberley. We cover all levels. So Harriet and Jassy spoke about the work they do in ESOL in community, and very often the next stage of progression for some learners is to come to us for ESOL. We offer ranges, the full range in ESOL from pre-entry all the way up to level 2. And that also incorporates accredited and non-accredited provision because not everybody is necessarily ready when they start to take on an exam. So we allow those learners to develop at their own pace so that they are ready to move into the exam provision. Most of our courses are 72 hours a term, typically 6 hours a week over 12 weeks. We have these classes mornings, afternoons, evenings and Saturdays. So it is basically there is a class to suit almost everyone at any time. Particularly important for us is to make sure, as many of our learners have children of school age, we go to great lengths to ensure that classes allow them to drop their children off in the mornings and to collect them in the afternoons. And it's unsurprising that our morning and early afternoon provision is extremely popular and usually oversubscribed. And if that isn't enough, we also offer a summer programme in August, and I'm pleased to say that already the numbers are quite strong on that. And one of the key things of having such a comprehensive provision is the fact that no one is ever more than a few weeks away from a course, and this has been absolutely invaluable. When at very short notice last winter we had to accommodate Afghan learners and more recently Ukrainian learners. Now, I think one of the key things about the resilience of our ESOL has been the fact that, and I do have to mention this, I know people are probably tired of hearing about COVID, but one of our greatest achievements, and I'm very proud to say this, is that when we went into the first lockdown, we did not close a single class. All of our classes kept going, and our teaching staff at very short notice rose to that challenge and sustained those learners throughout that period. Nevertheless, as soon as we were able to go back into the classroom, our learners made it very clear that yes, they appreciated what we did online, but ultimately it's about face-to-face provision. And as a result, I am very proud to say we do not do any online provision in ESOL purely because that is what our learners want. We also offer them a careers and an enrichment programme, so it's not just about learning English, but we offer them the opportunity to prepare for work. This is not only reflected in some of the qualifications that we offer within the ESOL programme, but they also have, particularly thanks to Annette Robson and her team, they have the opportunity to meet employers and prepare for work interviews. Another facet of what we do is our informal conversation clubs, which thanks to the staff here at City Hall, pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, they were instrumental in enabling us to hold informal conversation classes here at City Hall. Those went online during the pandemic, but I've got some assurances now that we will be able to resume those, hopefully from September. Just one final element that we offer, I spoke about enrichment. We have a long-standing relationship with Historic Royal Palaces, which enables all of our ESOL learners free access to Kensington Palace, Hampton Court and the Tower of London. Right, I think that is all I've got to say on ESOL at the moment. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, and the award winners for ESOL are
Ruzia Abraham.
Going forward.
okay.
Right on.
Line 10.
On the line.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
Flores Andrade. Iman Bader. Maria Zilma Camelo Gashi.
Do you want your... Yeah? Yeah? I spoke to Maria earlier, that's why I remember the song.
Thank you, Geeta. Wilma Gillespie. Regina Pompanichico.
Well done.
Well done.
I can't say it.
Okay, Taronete.
Shahad Yunus.
Okay. Oh no, sorry. You need to come back up. We've got some more. So it's now my great pleasure to announce the highly commended and WAES to Success Awards. For these awards, we actually had a panel of staff members who were convened to select a number of standout nominations. And that, as you can imagine, when you think about the range of the learners that we've actually got here, was quite a challenging task. But we have actually got some standout awards that we're going to be awarding. So, can I ask Councillor Pinnock again? So our first, can I have the certificates? Okay, sorry. Okay, there we go. So we're good to go. So I'm going to invite Jasper, who's going to actually read out the commendations for each of the awards. There are a couple of them who aren't here, but we do still want to show our appreciation, and we'll be posting their awards out. Jasper.
Thank you, Aranola.
So, go on, read out.
Great. So unfortunately, Damien can't make it today, but we will read out the following. Damien wasn't able to reach his potential with maths at school, but since starting with Westminster Adult Education Service this year, he received support with dyslexia and dyscalculia, and he is now flourishing. Not only does he use these skills in his main job as a carpenter, he actually uses the skills, newly learned knowledge and skills to help his children with their schoolwork. He has shown amazing dedication to his learning and what can be achieved when you persevere. So a round of applause for Damien, please.
So the next award is a WAES to Success Award and goes to Yasir Ahmed Omar, who studied GCSE Maths Foundation.
Yasir has faced numerous challenges and has always remembered the importance of education. He is currently studying GCSE Maths, and his academic curiosity knows no limits. Once he has achieved his GCSE, he hopes to go back to university to study social science, including anthropology and molecular genetics. Round of applause, please, for Yasir. That's right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We've also got vouchers for them that they'll be getting paid to.
Okay, excellent. So our next award in the highly commended category for Community and Cultural Learning Award goes to Fatih Farah. And I'm going to ask, is it Jazzy? Yeah, Jazzy's going to read out the commendation.
Okay.
So, you go behind.
Yes. So Fatih is my student, and she's originally from Somalia, not here for many years, and she joined WAES for a term, last term, of pre-entry ESOL classes at Church Street Library. She has young children, and so she has balanced her childcare responsibilities with her learning extremely well, and in fact she had 100% attendance. She managed to attend every class early, so she was never late. She always completes her classwork and homework to the highest standard, and she has an excellent attitude to learning, and she's always there to support her peers with their English. And I think her hard work is now paying off because she is looking forward to joining ESOL classes on the main site in September. So well done to you,
Well done,
team.
Patrick.
Well done.
final one is our WAES to Success Award. And this goes to Lucy Roberts. Before you come up, Lucy, I'm going to ask Harriet to read out the commendation.
So Lucy was looking for a way to turn her passion for coaching into a viable business when she found out about the free workshops offered by WAES and Trampoline. These sessions cover everything from marketing to operational planning and financial management, and include one-to-one sessions and a personal development plan. This learner made the most of this opportunity and embraced the support she was given. Her hard work means that she was able to clarify her business idea, put some practical plans together, and gain the courage she needed to invest in herself and in her business. Her coaching business is now flourishing, with a website up and running and several clients.
Well done. That's it. So, okay, I think that brings us. Okay. I've just been told. I'm not following. So we have got a couple more. They're not here, but we are still going to read out the commendation. So we have got a highly commended award in ESOL that goes to Christian Amorim. So I'm going to ask Shane to read that out.
It's great to be up here again. Right. So, Christiane started her journey with WAES ESOL Entry 3 in writing, and through her dedication quickly progressed to speaking and listening and hopes to join Level 1 in September. Her dedication and commitment to learning English is an inspiration to everyone in her class, and she offers her peers support at every opportunity. All of this has made her an indispensable member of the class.
We have also got a WAES to Success Award that goes to Hala Mackey, who studied Entry Level 3 Intermediate ESOL Speaking and Listening. So Shane, can you read out that?
I shall indeed, yes. Hala has a wonderful attitude to learning and a great respect for education. She came to the UK in 2012, but has been busy raising her children. So she hasn't been able to prioritise her own learning until this year. And I think that's a story many of our learners could tell. Since joining WAES, she has worked hard to achieve her goals for her own education and career. She hopes to continue improving her English and then to use her language skills to find a job. She is always happy to help her classmates with their work, and her quiet determination is an inspiration for her fellow learners.
So that brings us almost to the end of the first ceremony. But before we close, could I ask Councillor Angela Philip to say a few words about adult learning and,
Well, can
what
I
you've
just
done
say, it's a real privilege to be here amongst all of you. The incredible hard work, I think, is fantastic. And lives have been transformed with the support of WAES. I think it's amazing what has happened here. And just to be here and see what you've all done is inspiring. And as a counsellor, I hope I can do a tiny bit to support that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our end of year awards. And for this section of the awards, we're going to be celebrating the success of our learners from professional pathways, employability, applied computing, and apprenticeships. So welcome to each and every one of you, and congratulations. You started the journey and you've made it this far. You've completed the journey. But like I always say to everyone, learning doesn't stop. You need to keep on learning. And this is just the start of many learning journeys for each and every one of you. So thank you for being here this afternoon, and congratulations on your fantastic achievements. You are all absolutely amazing, and you are the VIPs here this afternoon. I'd also like to welcome your friends and families on the other side of the room who are here to support you. Again, welcome to you, because we know with adult learning that it's not easy. You know, it's not like when you were a child learning and that's all you had to focus on. As an adult, you might have family commitments, caring commitments, a job, you know, health challenges that you're dealing with. And so your family is there to provide you that additional layer of support. So just make sure that when the going gets tough, they're there to actually just help you on your way. And, you know, I thank you all as, you know, friends, family members who are here this afternoon. I'd also like to thank your tutors. I can see quite a few of them in the audience as well. So again, they're another part of that jigsaw puzzle in your learning journey. And they have also been working with each and every one of you and supporting you on those journeys. So I just really like to say thank you to our fantastic teaching staff as well. I'm also very privileged to be welcoming Tasmia here today. Just want to give everyone a wave, Tasmia. Tasmia is from one of our sponsors, Mindful Education. And Mindful Education is the organisation that we've been working with now for just over a year to support particularly our accounting technicians qualification. And the organisation provides what we describe as media-rich professional courses and apprenticeships on some really fantastic platforms, which makes it very easy for learners to actually access and, you know, progress in their studies. So thank you, Tasmia, for being here. Our other sponsors that I must also mention are Learning Curve Group, a national training organisation that we work with. And again, similarly, they have a great learning platform and work with a range of learners nationally, and particularly on our distance learning programmes. And we've been working with them for a number of years now. So they're not here, but I also thank them for, you know, all their contributions to the work that we do. And finally, WAES. We did actually have someone here from WAES earlier on this morning, and they deliver bespoke facilities management services throughout the, throughout the country. And for those of you who study at Lisson Grove, particularly, they are the ones who support and provide some of the facilities management that we have there. But they've also been coming into some of our programs and supporting our learners, really, you know, helping them to identify those employability skills that they need in the workplace. And I think we've managed to convince Brian that we need some of their staff to also provide some mentoring support for our learners as well going forward. So if we could just give all our sponsors a huge round of applause, please. So this is your moment, you know, it's your moment to shine, and shine you will. I think it's fantastic that so many of you have made it here. And as I said, you know, the journey in adult learning is never simple and straightforward. It has twists and turns, ups and downs, but you have all persevered. So well done, and congratulations to all of our winners here today. Congratulations. So to formally open the proceedings this afternoon, I'm going to call on Carolyn Keane, who's the chair of the Board of Governors for WAES, to actually formally open the occasion. Carolyn.
Thank you. Thank you, Aranola. Now, I know we want to get on with the real meat of the afternoon, but I'm delighted to welcome you all here today, and particularly as you're supported by your friends and family, who I know without you wouldn't be able to get on and do the studying and the achievements that you have. I also want to take this opportunity to thank those of you who were involved in our recent inspection. Any hands to show that you met any of the inspectors? Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much, because you did us well, and they were very pleased with what they saw. But if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't get through that inspection, and we wouldn't get the money to enable us to run the courses that you participate in. And it's particularly nice to welcome you here at City Hall. How many of you live in Westminster? Yeah. This is the building where a lot of decisions take place that affect yours and my lives. How the streets are cleaned, how the schools are supported, social services, planning. So it's really important that you have the opportunity to see your City Hall and your Lord Mayor's reception room with his fantastic views. And I hope that perhaps during the mayoral year, in various capacities, you may meet the Lord Mayor, who's a young new councillor, and great news for Westminster. So thank you, Lord Mayor. He's somewhere around in the building. Unfortunately, can't be here this afternoon for letting us use your sitting room, basically. So we won't spend any more time hearing from me, but thank you all very much indeed for coming. And just another word, and I'm sure all of you would like me to thank on your behalf your tutors, the support staff at WAES, because they have done, I think, a tremendous job over the last 2 years. Very, very difficult circumstances, and I think you all feel very warmly towards them. So could we thank them too?
Don't need to shout. Thank you, Aaronola. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So a little bit of information about professional pathways and applied computing, apprenticeships and employability. The qualifications we deliver in professional pathways and applied computing are designed to equip the learners with the skills and knowledge that they need to become employed or self-employed. We offer progression routes from level 1 to level 3 and to level 4 in accounting. We work with a variety of employers from across Westminster and with wider colleagues at WAES to support our learners in securing work experience and to help them prepare for interview by delivering CV workshops and interview workshops. We are immensely proud of our learners, and the determination that they demonstrate towards their studies is commendable, with some learners overcoming significant barriers to stay on programme and achieve. Our apprenticeships and employability offer has grown significantly over the past year, and we are again incredibly proud of our apprentices and the learners who are undertaking either an apprenticeship or a short employability qualification. Our apprentices in the main are working towards the Library Information and Archive Services Apprenticeship Standard. That's a bit of a mouthful. And they're all making excellent progress with some very prestigious employers locally and nationally. Our employability qualifications are based around the construction industry and the public sector, with many learners going on to secure employment or an apprenticeship within their chosen career. Our fantastic delivery teams are dedicated to our learners and apprentices and are committed to supporting them through their learning journey in order to successfully complete their qualification and either progress into work or further study. And I am really honoured to be standing here representing the teams and celebrating the successes of our learners and our apprentices. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Jill. Now, can I invite Carolyn? You need to stand on the lion. And can I just remind you, when you come up for your certificate, don't rush off. You need to stop and pose and take a photograph, because we want to make sure that we capture that moment as well. Okay? So we're going to start the proceedings. Either of us will call out the names.
I'm going to call out the names to you. Amina Reba, AAT Level 4, Professional Diploma in Accounting.
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
There we go.
Lovely. Look at the camera. Thank you.
Leonardo Carmignani, AAT Level 2, Foundation Certificate in Accounting. Sophia Amy, AAT Level 2, Certificate in Accounting.
There you go.
Ravinder Garial, who did the AWS Restart for Success.
Thank you.
Georgy Leshnishenko, who is studying the Level 3 certificate in software development.
What are you going to do now?
Famida Chowdhury, doing the Level 2 certificate in business. Sheila Jimenez Becerra, who's doing the Level 2 certificate in business as well.
What's going to happen
Nargis Abdul Wamin, who's doing the Level 2 diploma in introducing caring for children and young people.
Yeah. Oh, they're not here today.
Aki Gondo, who's doing the Level 2 diploma for the early years practitioner. Akisi Ann Hashley Coadio, the Level 1 diploma in caring for children.
Where did you do your practice? A particular school?
Congratulations.
Fatah Hok, doing the Level 2 diploma introducing caring for children and young people.
Are you going to do another course?
Safa Refada, the Level 3 diploma for the early years workforce. Roger Lee Salsa, Level 1 diploma caring for children.
Did you have to do a placement somewhere? So next time.
Lenka Brenishinova, Level 3 diploma for early years workforce.
Is it your first time studying? Yes. You've done it before?
Sana Al-Ishmael, Level 1 diploma caring for children. Mandy Joseph, who is doing entry to the public sector.
Oh, you work it? Oh, right. Success. We've done it. Okay. Yes, you're right, sir. You need to reach the point. Oh, thanks. We need a bit of that. Good luck. Thank you.
2 certificate in supporting teaching and learning and understanding autism.
Do you have personal interest in autism?
Gabriela Ramos, Level 3 Diploma in Supporting Teaching and Learning.
And what is it going to be next? Level 4? Okay. Thank you.
Salima Ahmed, who's doing the Level 3 Library Information and Archive Services Assistant Apprenticeship.
Did you work at a particular library? You always like books, have you?
And Janice Mott, who's doing the Distance Learning Level 2 Certificate in Understanding Mental Health First Aid.
Huge background, and having to come full circle and find about this, my mental health and this understanding of people's mental health.
Where have you come from? She's come from Cheshire?
Congratulations to all our learners. Congratulations. And listening to the different disciplines, I think that, because when we started preparing for this, I said, you're not going to read out the subjects, are you? And he always said, I think it's important for this one.
Yes.
And he was absolutely right. It was very different to the first ceremony, where in the main we were talking about ESOL, English, maths, but this one, because actually, gives me hope. I have a grandchild now, and actually does mean that there will be childcare, because there was loads in childcare that I heard. And when it comes to digital, there's definitely people software development, AWS restart. We had business, so all the disciplines really fully covered. So well done and congratulations. And I was listening a bit to some of the conversations that Carolyn was having. So some people are moving on to do the next step, level 4, and some people are already in work, which is fantastic. So congratulations and well done. So we've also got some highly commended and WAES for Success awards to give out. And these awards have been, decided by a panel of WAES staff members who were convened to select from a number of standout nominations. And as you can imagine, just listening to everything that you've already done, it wasn't an easy task. It's a bit like, Britain's Got Talent or X Factor. Okay, they're also good. Who should we choose? And we have got some winners from that. So I'm going to ask Gail to come out to the front, because she's going to read out some of the citations. If you could,
again?
Yes. On the line again. So our first highly commended award goes to none other than Leonardo. Leonardo is studying AAT Level 2 Foundation Certificate in Accounting. So I'm going to ask Gail to read out the commendation, and then we'll give out the certificate.
Leonardo started his journey at WAES with Level 1 ESOL. He is now working towards achieving his Level 2 certificate in accounting and then progressing on to Level 3. In addition to being a dedicated and motivated learner, he also supports his peers through his role as learner representative. He goes above and beyond to tackle all challenges and helps members of his community to do the same by offering advice to anyone who needs it on everything from HMRC and sole trader accounts to self-assessment and VAT submissions. Through his selflessness and dedication, this learner has earned the admiration of his fellow learners and tutors at WAES.
Do you want to come up and get an official one with him?
She's a part of this.
There you go. There you go. Well done. So our second highly commended award goes to Mandy Joseph, who studied entry to the public sector. So Mandy, would you like to come up and we're going to read? Yeah, read commendation.
Mandy's journey has touched the lives of multiple teams at WAES and WCC. Thanks to the WAES nursery team who were able to look after her young son, she was able to achieve her Level 1 award in Skills in the Public Service. She has overcome difficult personal circumstances and shown perseverance and tenacity to prioritise her education. All of this has paid off as she is already achieving her career goals. She has been offered a permanent role within WCC Contact Centre as a full-time advisor. This learner's journey shows what can be achieved when we all work together and don't give up.
Well done.
I wasn't expecting
that.
They're happy to. Well, that's the whole idea, it's supposed to be a surprise.
Congratulations. Well done.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. That's it. Well done. Okay, I'm at the end, almost not there yet. So we have got a Ways to Success award. And yeah, I've also got something in red here.
Yes.
Do I read that bit out now? I do, okay. So the next award goes to Nargis Abdul Mumin. Nargis? Is studying Level 2 Diploma Introducing Caring for Children and Young People. And Nargis is also the overall Learner of the Year award winner. So the Learner of the Year award, basically everyone who's entered into who's nominated goes into that pot, and then the panel have a look, and then on the basis of that they choose an overall winner. So your nomination was a very, very strong one, and that's why you deserve to be standing there. So well done and congratulations. Oh yes, sorry. Nargis, come back. You haven't read your
Say a
presentation.
few words. Okay, thank you. Nargis came to England from Afghanistan in 2010. She wasn't able to complete her studies when she was a child because of the unsafe environment in Afghanistan, but always wanted to find a way to return to learning. She first joined WAES for an ESOL programme as she wanted to improve her English, not only for herself but also for her children, so that she could support them with their education. Once she had succeeded in learning English, she then turned her attention to further study, progressing on to Level 1 childcare and is now completing her Level 2. Her hard work and dedication to her studies makes her an inspiration to her fellow learners and to her tutors, and we can't wait to see what amazing things she will go on to achieve in the future.
Well done. And that brings us to the end of this ceremony. I'm going to ask Carolyn to say a few words, but before I say that, before you all depart, what I would like, once Carolyn has done the closing remarks, is for all our learners to come up here so that we can take a lovely photograph of you all. And then obviously we can get friends, family, tutors to also join them. So we'll have two nice photographs. Carolyn, could I ask you to say a few words to close?
I just want to thank you all. It's always a very moving occasion, this day, when you hear the stories of what people have achieved and what their aspirations are for the future. It makes me feel very humble, and as a governor, I would just like to thank you on behalf of the governing board for what you do. Please go out and tell other people about the value of adult education. You are going to be our communicators with the wider community. I wish you all well in whatever you choose to do. I know some of you are going to be coming back next term. So thank you all very much indeed. And thank you to Aurora, and thank you to Edelweiss for her presentation of all the names, and to the other staff who have enabled us all to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Yes? Okay, fantastic. What a beautiful afternoon. The sun is shining. I hope you've taken in the views around you. We are in the Lord Mayor's Parlour, and it's fantastic because today we're here for you. And I'm looking over at our wonderful and outstanding learners because we're here to celebrate your achievements, your success, your hard work throughout the last year. So welcome and congratulations to all our amazing learners this afternoon. So this is the third of our celebrations today. So due to the limitations on space, instead of having one large ceremony, we've had three, and this is the third one, the last one for today. So I think we've saved the last, the best to last. Do you agree? All agree? And we've got the Lord Mayor as well. So let's give the Lord Mayor a huge round of applause. Fantastic. For those of you who don't know me, and I just realised this when I was speaking to someone, I said, do you work here? And I thought, oh, I'm sure everyone knows me. I'm Arinola Ede, and I'm the Principal and Head of Service here at WAES. And it is really my privilege to, welcome you all to this ceremony. It's a fantastic venue that we've got here, and we're going to be celebrating this afternoon the achievements of all the learners in our creative industries area. And that means it's all the learners who study art ceramics, fine art, fashion, floristry, hairdressing, media makeup, graphic design. I hope I've got them all. Have I missed anything, colleagues? No? And it is to celebrate, all of those learners. We're going to be giving out general awards, and we're going to be giving out a number of highly commended and Ways to Success awards. And those, awards are for those who have actually been given some real standout recognition in recognition of the work that they've actually done. So before we actually start, I'd just like to thank our sponsors, and we have three this year. Mindful Education, who actually support the work that we do for our accounting technicians. The Learning Curve Group, who similarly support a lot of our distance learning provision, and WAES, who deliver bespoke facilities management and provide some support for our learners who undertake our business courses and our accounting courses, and provide some mentoring and employability support for them. So let's just give them a big round of applause. I don't think we have any of them in the room currently. So I am going to now welcome our Chair of Governors, Carolyn Keane, to formally open the awards, and then we'll have a short address from the Lord Mayor. Carolyn Keane.
Hello everyone, can you all hear me?
Yes.
It's great to welcome you, as Aranola said, and I'm very proud as Chair of the Governors to have you here to celebrate what you have achieved and the support you've received from your family and friends. I know that's very, very important. And here, as the Lord Mayor will tell you, is basically his sitting room. But it's where the services that those of you who live in Westminster, how many of you live in Westminster? Yes, well, the services that you use are organised and run from here. And it's an opportunity for you to see the home of the local council and the fantastic view. But today is not just a celebration of what you've achieved, but the fact that adult education has been here for you. And I hope you will all feel that with your knowledge and achievements and the friendships and the support you've had from WAES, you will tell your friends and families about adult education as provided by us, because we need you to go out and be our ambassadors. It's really important as far as our future is concerned. And I'd like to take this opportunity also of thanking those of you who were involved in the recent inspection. And hands up, anyone who was involved in the inspection? Yes, both staff and learners. I know it was quite a grueling time, and without your participation, particularly as learners, we wouldn't have had such a successful inspection. You'll hear eventually the formal response, but we did very well, and thank you all, particularly as for many of you, you've struggled over the last 2 years, both as staff and learners, with the impact of COVID, and you've achieved amazingly, despite all those hurdles that you've had to negotiate. But it gives me really great pleasure to introduce our Lord Mayor. Do stand up, Lord Mayor. Who is your Lord Mayor, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself and what, as a Lord Mayor, he's responsible for. Lord Mayor. So, do I
Can everyone hear me? Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Aranola, for the introduction. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Councillor Hamza Tozal, and I am the Lord Mayor of Westminster. I've been in office now for just over 2 months, and it's an honour and a pleasure to be able to welcome you all here today. This is not saying my living room, but it's my this is where we're able to celebrate people like you guys. It's where we're able to celebrate our residents, people who work hard to make our city tick over, essentially. And it's, I guess, just a pleasure to be able to celebrate it, because I was talking to Aranola about the hard work that you guys put in over the year. And it was a tricky year at the start, and it's sort of opened up now. I don't want to say COVID, but COVID did happen, and it was a tricky period. But we've overcome that now. And it's amazing to be able to, I think, big ourselves up a little bit, to be honest with you, because it's important, because we have worked hard, we have achieved stuff that maybe haven't been done before. We've put in effort, we've put in hours, maybe tears, maybe not necessarily blood and sweat, but we've put in a lot of effort, and it's really amazing to be able to celebrate you guys. Just a little bit about me, don't want to bore you, but I am the youngest ever Lord Mayor of Westminster, so I'm 22 years old. I'm the first person from a minority ethnicity to be Lord Mayor, and the first Muslim Lord Mayor ever. And another quick fun fact: I live actually around the corner from WAES, so I live on Kaplan Street, which is literally around the corner. So I know it well, and I know the work that your teachers and staff put in it every year, day by day, week by week, month by month. And yeah, it's my pleasure, and you guys are always welcome. I'm going to stop talking now until we can hand out the certificates, but thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So, thank you, Lord Mayor. That was fantastic. Can you also hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. So, yeah, as the Lord Mayor said, you know, lots of challenges over the last couple of years. and it has been, difficult, but you've all persevered, and you're all here, and we're here to celebrate your achievements. And your family and friends have been through that journey with you and continue to support you. So tell us a little bit about the creative industries. It's now my pleasure to welcome Dominic Harris, who's our head of creative industries. Dominic.
Welcome everybody. I'm Dominic Harris. I'm the head of Creative Industries, and it's been a delight to work here for the last year, and it's been a very busy year. So I wanted to talk about some of the wonderful things that have been going on this year. We did a couple of markets. I can see faces that were on those markets. We sold floral wreaths and ceramics and cards and artwork, and we also did a market in Pimlico. We wanted to sell cake, but we sold ceramics. We had the most amazing fashion show yesterday. And again, learners here from the fashion show. It was supported by a massive team. The hair and makeup team were amazing, kind of unsung heroes in the department, but they were essential to make it all work very well. And obviously we had a really successful general creative show with a celebration of floristry. We had some floral display in the fashion show. We had an amazing ceramic show. We had art and graphics around the building as well. In terms of the accredited courses, it was it's been a challenging year this year. People say that COVID's gone, but there was we had challenges of mental health. We had challenges of general health. Everybody worked very hard. There was a few digital challenges, but everybody overcame them. And now next year they're going to be delighted to do more of it. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that have been going on. So floristry, beautiful to see. We have someone here. We have Marie Butler, who has an amazing success story. So all our level 2 learners do a work placement. She went on from doing a basic work placement on a market, and now has got a job as managing a floristry shop, which is fantastic. So congratulations. Our graphic learners, Rob, who's designed the beautiful cover and has some wonderful work in the show and has done lots of voluntary work. So congratulations for that as well. In terms of our art, we have, Millicent's not here, but you all saw the yellow and black poster. It was kind of fly posted across the building. It had a little bit to do with me and a lot with Aranola, where she just went, more. But she was absolutely delighted. And, she was full of yellow and black joy yesterday. And in terms of ceramics, beautiful work, absolutely beautiful, with the soft calico display, which I hope you appreciated. We had an industry specialist come and look at the work, a woman called Lucille Lewin. This is hot off the press, but just because there's people here today, Coco, Valentina, Victoria, all got a special mention from her. But Lucille shared her feedback to Aranola and myself, and just said that it was so much better. Everybody's work was so much higher in standard than she was expecting. So this is a woman who'd ran a very successful business. She trained as a working men's college at City Lit, then Royal College, and now is a very successful sculptural ceramicist. And it was amazing that she just came in blind. I knew her personally, but she's never seen the work at WAES and was really amazed by it. And likewise the art. She said there was a lot of art that really moved her. And the fashion students. There was a lot of reluctance to walk down that catwalk, but the feedback where you were so professional, your slightly aloof look, not inspired by myself, made you look like professional models. So really well done, and it was a fantastic show. So well done.
Thank you, Dominic. So we've now got, have we got the certificates ready? Yes, okay. We've now got our award winners. So could I invite the Lord Mayor to come up to give out the certificate? Now, we're under sort of strict instructions that we need to stand on the line. On the line of it, yes. And if you just, yes, that's it. Is that perfect? So, and then can I just remind all the learners, when you're coming up, please don't just take your certificate and run off. What we need to do is take a lovely photograph of you with the Lord Mayor. So please do stand, pause, get your photograph, and then move on. Is that okay with everyone? Yes? Okay. We're going to make a start. Edelweiss is going to read your names out, and I will give out the certificates to the Lord Mayor.
We're starting with Anita Fairbairn Millward, who is a level 1 UAL diploma in art, design and media in ceramics.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Victoria Filibukova, level 2 UAL diploma in art and design, also in ceramics. Umukoko Ikolo, who's doing the level 1 UAL diploma in art and design and media in ceramics. Jane Morton, doing the level 3 UAL. I'm not going to say the whole lot, it's in ceramics. Valentina Sayed, level 2 UAL diploma in art and design. Maria Allen. This is the level 1 UAL diploma in art, design and media in fashion. Sarah Zuraki, level 2 UAL diploma in fashion. Kahinde Bele, who is doing the level 3 diploma in Marie Butler, who's doing the level 2 diploma in floristry. Makhru Ahmad, who's doing the level 1 UAL diploma in Introduction to Graphic and Web Design. Alina Brunova, who's doing the level 1 UAL diploma in Introduction to Graphic and Web Design. Hadia Hagar, who's also doing the level 1 Introduction to Graphic and Web Design. Charlene Harewood, who's doing the level 2 diploma in Creative Media Production and Technology. Hussein Musawi, who's doing the level 2 UAL diploma in Creative Media Production and Technology.
Sorry, I'm a bit out of sync. Don't cover your face, make sure we can see. Yeah, there you go.
Alison Williams, who's doing the Level 1 UAL Diploma in Art, Design and Media, and that's Introduction to Graphic and Web Design. Seika Khan, doing the Level 3 Diploma in Media Makeup. Melek Terbas, who's doing the Level 1 Diploma in Hair and Makeup. Kanisha Martin, who's doing the Level 3 Diploma in Media Makeup.
What was the name again, Edelweiss?
Kanisha Martin.
Okay. You? Okay. There you go. I think quite like it.
Zenepa Kasumi, Level 2 Diploma in Media Makeup. Elle Jameson, who's doing the Level 1 Diploma in Art, Design and Media in Visual Art. Malek Namladi, who's doing the Level 3 UAL Diploma in Creative Practice, Art, Design and Communication. Edita Gercien, who's doing the Level 3 UAL Diploma, also in Art. I'm not going to say that. And then we've got Paris Saleh, who's doing the Level 1 UAL Diploma in Fashion. Benelina Marinova, who's doing the Level 2 UAL Diploma in Graphic Design.
Yeah. Okay. So we have got some special awards to actually give out now. So this year, like every year, we opened up a competition to all our students and said, we need someone to design, our Learner Awards program. And we were blown away by the entries that we actually got. And in the end, we chose 4 winners. Because it's not that I'm indecisive, I just love them so much. So I think, as you heard Dominic mention earlier on, so we chose a design from Millicent, I believe it was, for the creative showcase yesterday, and that was a yellow and black inspired design, which featured 3 women with head wraps on it. Very beautiful. You need to come to Listen Grove and see the actual painting. It's wonderful. So big round of applause for Millicent. And then we also chose a design for, we had a counsellor induction. I'm going to say, is it 2 weeks ago? No, it's all blurring into one. A counsellor induction, and we chose the design by Abir. Abir is here. Could you just stand up so we can actually represent that, because I just thought it was so wonderful we needed to use it. But for the actual Learner Awards that we're here for today, we chose a design from Rob Edgar, who is studying the UAL Level 2 Diploma in Graphic Design. And Rob is here, and we just want to say congratulations and well done. I'm going to get the certificate presented first, and then we're going to ask the Lord Mayor for a favour. Can I have a nice pen that works, please? Thank you. Does that one, is it going to work? Have you got a sharpie? No sharpie? Oh, yeah, lovely. That's thank you. So, Lord Mayor, would you mind autographing this for Rob, please, so that he can have... oh, then, so he can have it as a keepsake. Yeah. Where do you want it, Rob?
On top.
On top, there you go.
Do you want to take it to rest?
I'll put you on the spot there.
I don't normally get asked to sign things.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Yes, so well done. Congratulations, well done. So we've now got our WAES to Success Awards, and highly commended and WAES to Success Awards. So these awards, as I said earlier on, chosen again from the general nominations, but these are really, they stood out, for the content. And, as I said to the previous group, it's a bit like, X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. You've got so much talent in front of you, it's hard to choose. But we did manage to whittle it down to a number of winners. So I'm going to ask Dominic to come to the front, and we're going to give out the citation before we call out the winner. So our first highly commended award goes to a learner who started on Level 1 Graphic Design. Do you want to?
So Venelina Marinova, studying Level 2 UAL Diploma in Art and Design, gets our first highly commended award. So Venelina started on a Level 1 graphic design course during lockdown, so most of her course was completed online. When she progressed onto the Level 2 this year, she initially struggled with her confidence as there were so many new tools and techniques to master. However, thanks to her own determination to face these challenges head-on, and with the support of her tutor, her creativity and confidence has blossomed. She's now creating excellent work and is on track to join the Level 3 class in September.
Well done, Venelina.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So our second highly commended award goes to Hussein Musawi, who was studying Level 2 UAL Diploma in Creative Media Production and Technology. Dominic.
And Hussein, the tutor describes Hussein as being at the heart of his class, always volunteering to help his peers with their creative projects, whether that be providing voiceovers, being a cameraman, or just giving advice on set. He throws himself wholeheartedly into every activity and is always looking to learn everything he can from every situation. He does all of this whilst also overcoming his own personal challenges, which he doesn't allow to get in the way of his learning. His work is always full of wit and fun and a pleasure for his peers and tutor to share. We can't wait to see what he goes on to create. Congratulations.
Look at the camera.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. This is the final. Yes. So our final WAES to Success Awards goes to Joanna Paul, studying Level 1 UAL Diploma in Art, Design and Media, Ceramics. Joanna's actually not here with us today, unfortunately, but we still want to read out the commendation.
Indeed.
Give her a round of applause and we'll make sure that she gets her.
So Joanna has shown extreme dedication and resilience, overcoming personal challenges and ill health to continue showing up to her classes and creating beautiful ceramic pieces, including beautiful jewellery. Her creativity and imagination really shine through in the pieces she creates, and through her dedication to keep learning and creating art, she inspires her peers and tutors.
So I'll give that back to you so that we can have it for safekeeping. So that sort of brings us to the end of giving out these awards. And, you know, like I said, you've all done amazingly well. Through thick and thin, you haven't let any of the obstacles deter you, because being an adult learner, as we know, is not easy. You're not just, you know, coming in to learn. You've got a whole other life that you're dealing with as well. And that can be caring responsibilities, health challenges, working, whatever it is. But you don't let that deter you, and you continue to actually undertake your studies with passion. And I think for this department, the key thing is also with creativity. When you actually look at the fantastic showcase that was put on yesterday evening, where basically all the departments came together, and you could see the fantastic creativity that is within your hearts. Your lived experiences came through, and it was fantastic to see. So thank you once again for being part of the WAES family and sharing your stories and your journeys with us here at WAES. Thank you. So as this is the sort of final bit, I'm going to probably embarrass some colleagues now, because I'm going to ask them to come up, because I really do think, you know, there's a lot that goes on here at WAES, and we do really talk about being part of the WAES family. And it's not just me, you know, because actually I always say to them, they make me look good because of the fantastic work that they put in. But I do feel truly blessed to actually have such an amazing team with me. So I'm going to call out members of staff who I can see, and I do want you to come up, and we're going to give a big round of applause to staff, because I think you do thoroughly deserve it. And I think, as Carolyn mentioned as well, getting that phone call, you know, on the, I think it was the 17th of June, was the day after my daughter's birthday, so I remember it well. That threw everything into a bit of, you know, oh my God, you know, really at the end of the year, when all our creative learners have actually finished the work that they're doing, we're in moderation, they're not actually, you're not going to see the best of WAES. Train strike, tube strike, come on. And the inspector said, we're still coming in. And they came in, and we showed them the true face of WAES. And, you know, yes, as Carolyn said, we will get the report. So I do want to really thank staff for all that they've done. So Alison Margaret, come up. She's our lead. She was our nominee for the inspection. Thank you so much for all that you continue to do. Instrumental in terms of, you know, the work that we've done in terms of reshaping the curriculum and making sure that it's fit for purpose, working with all the heads of department. Howard Sam, come on. Services, so the front of house, marketing, making sure that we have all the right information systems, working behind the scenes, make sure, you know, it just makes sure that it happens, you know. It's not something that you will see necessarily, but it's what keeps everything going. I hope Annette is here. I can't see her.
She's there.
Is she? Okay, now, Annette Robson. Most of you will know Annette. Annette is our head of learner development, and like we were talking during one of the breaks, Annette is truly, you know, at the heart of WAES in terms of what we do in terms of supporting learners, and really works well to make sure that we keep learners on program. Because as I said, you know, being an adult learner isn't easy, and you know, some of our learners do have some personal, you know, challenges that they're dealing with, and we will do what we can to support them. So Annette leads that work. Thank you so much. And see, I think I can see Shane and Gail. I thought I saw Gail, but I can't see her anymore. Shane and Gail. See, they're hiding. They don't want me to call them out. That's what it is. Shane. So Shane leads the biggest department, ESOL, and Gail leads our apprenticeships, professional pathways, and distance learning provision. And again, they were very much in the thick of and then finally, the other head I want to actually acknowledge, Edelweiss. Edelweiss is also again, you know, leads that front of house and works with them to just make sure that we get it as well as we can. And then I'm going to just invite other members of staff who are at the back of the room. So we've got Judy, we've got Patricia, we've got Regina, Paulette, Rupert, Joe, I can see you in the crowd. Come on, stand up. To be surrounded by staff who don't see what they do here. Caroline, Nicole not here. Oh, okay. They don't see this as a job, and I think that's what's they don't. It's not a job. It's a vocation. They have a passion for what they do, and it shines through. And like I say, you know, yes, they can set that framework, but you guys do the work, you know, and they love it when they see the journeys, the transformation, the impact it has on life. So, you know, thank you. Thank you. And there's one final set of thanks that I'd like to give. So, as you all know, so WAES is part of the local authority, but we do have a board of governors, and we have our chair of the Board of Governors here, Carolyn Keane, and Carolyn has been an absolute stalwart for us here at WAES. She, you know, will battle for us on so many different fronts to just make sure that we get the support that we need. So Carolyn, we've just got some flowers that we'd like to present to you. Thank you. Thank you. And could I just ask you to close the ceremony for us, Caroline? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It does give me, you know, an awful lot of pleasure to say I'm a governor of it does give me a huge amount of pleasure to say I'm a governor of WAES. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of you. And I would like to take this opportunity to say on all our behalves a special thank you to Aranola, without whom we wouldn't be here today celebrating all this achievement. Because you know, she always smiles and is always positive. She has a pretty tough time sometimes, and she's had a very tough time leading us all through the last few years. So thank you, Aranola. I very much look forward to seeing you all next term, hearing all the wonderful results and achievements. All I can say is have a good break. I know most of the staff would be having a break. And also, on all our behalves, a thank you to the Lord Mayor for allowing us to be here and participating in an important ceremony. And we look forward to seeing you at some of our other events during the year. And if people see you getting in and out of your limousine, they should come and say hello to you, because I know you will welcome that. So thank you everyone very much indeed. Thank you.